offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David. You saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because that's exactly what you do. Now I can block down.
And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And these wide receivers are so fast nowadays. They're such big playmakers. I just want to get it to them and let them make it happen. But a lot of times we're running to them, too. We're focused on chasing him down and funneling the football in the right direction. Defense swarmed, did a good job getting their hand on the football, causing the fumble from the wide receiver.
Now on 2nd and short after the first down completion. Caught behind the line. It's Nimrod. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. He's looking to throw it. Using the quick game. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. That was a lightning. The fake, and he wants to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger step.
And that ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The ball's moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw, it's Ncaa. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football.
Ball in the air, intercepted. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around and...
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Going up top. Touchdown, Memphis. And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership, come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive done.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They're trying to get to him. And the Vols will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, what they love to do. This pays dividends down the road before.
Looking downfield, it's Hennigan. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man on the right. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contained. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field, and get him to the ground.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Anderson. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Ran through the contact. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking for a man. It's Iyamaleava. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in and week out, working on those critical down distances, third downs, and having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. And the Volunteers are flying down the field. Off the play fake on first down. He's got an open man. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not even...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on first down. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Volunteers! hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Just about set to kick it away. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
He's going for the big play. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Takes it the other way. The 30. Running inside the 20. Lowers those pads. Touchdown ball. And this defense coming out with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Banks. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here, too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes the catch down the right side. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Now on 1st down from the 28. Here's the handoff. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
To the air, it's Hennigan. He lets one fly deep, and it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Looking for more room. And a big return here as they finally get him down inside the 20. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. How about this confidence in the running game, and he picks up 9 just short of the marker. It'll be 4th and 1. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He'll do it himself. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they take it in for 6 more points. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it, and now the other team better respond.
Coming out with it, it's Banks. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on.
Wants to throw. It's Hennigan. Flushed out of the pocket. It's complete to the right. Bounced off his feet.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Memphis picking up the tempo. On fourth down, looking for the completion. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. Offense set on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's caught. It's Sampson. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Goes to the option. Quick toss. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Oh, the attempt is no good. So, guys, a missed opportunity to expand the lead. Still a 17-point cushion. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. He'll send out 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 4. He tries to take the top off. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking for a man. It's Hennigan. He's going to run it. He's not afraid to go deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they've dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're bringing heat. Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just trickles to the ground. A first down for the offense. He wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Grab behind the line. It's Sampson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, This defense knows they're going to have to go sideline to stop this offense. Nice job there rallying to the back who caught the swing pass there on the right perimeter.
Pulls it in. It's Sampson. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Throwing right. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Volunteers! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. I mean, these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability.
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Memphis. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And he tacks on the extra point. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Selden. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out at the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
With the catch, it's Sampson. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. He's going to fire deep. And it's caught inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown ball. And they'll try to tack on two. They want to throw it. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it out. It's Banks. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The offense set for a first down play. They'll start this drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Taylor. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Throws to the back. With the catch, it's Anderson. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Pocket starts to collapse. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now the play fake. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
He'll pull it down and run. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker room. On fourth down, trying to find his man. He'll take a shot. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
The sure hands, it's Sampson. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. He's looking to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This offense has a second down play. To throw, it's Ncaa. Feeling some heat. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. That might seem like a risky call to go for it on 4th down there, but you can't just hand the defense a win in that spot, David.
No, and when you go back and you look at games, a lot of times those field goals get you beat. And this offense is like, forget that, we're going to be aggressive. And because they got it, it was a great call.
And the Vols are in the hurry-up. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They relentlessly move forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. The play-action fake. Steps away. Looking for the score. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Touchdown, Memphis. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field.
And now in the pitch, the ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? Still a lot of time to go here in the 3rd quarter, but they want the ball back right now with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they...
Touchdown, Tennessee! And the stomping has commenced. And this defense is just getting squeezed by the Big Orange, and he's cutting him up like Peyton Manning.
Man, no answers. I mean, he's really had his way. They haven't made him feel uncomfortable. If I'm a Vols fan, I'm jacked up that I got this guy at quarterback because he's showing he can put up some big numbers.
Going for the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. To the air, it's Hennigan. Buys a little extra time. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Pulls it in. It's Anderson. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Might be looking to run. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Going for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. To the air, it's Hennigan. Trying to get behind the defense. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And they'll... Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the California Golden Bears taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Golden Bears will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards.
to 20.
Beefy just taking a knee in the end zone. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they took the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this.
Ball is free. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, that's kind of a kick to the gut because you think, oh, how can I get this game started conservatively, not turn the ball over, get the positive momentum, get that first hit out, and the first carry, your running back sticks it on the floor. Defense recovers. That is not the start you drew up.
Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Buys a little time with his feet. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Got the first down and more. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Golden Bears getting set on 1st and 10. On the move, it's Thomas. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cal!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Now adjusting. Going to try to get it himself. Connection to the right. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The defense was asking for that penalty immediately, and they got it. Offensive pass interference waves off the first down. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Getting some heat. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
You know, David, I love defenses that stay aggressive, especially at this point of the field. They've got pass rushers on this unit with speed and that are aggressive and that can win one-on-one, and you saw it right there.
And there's 2 thought processes when I'm a defense and I got them backed up is I am stopping the run, not allowing them to have any space, but also understanding this is also a shot part of the field. Like, it's going to be a run, or a lot of times that ball is going to be a deep ball thrown down the sideline because you'll get man-to-man. Nice job by the defense applying pressure, getting the sack, now putting them in a bad situation backed up close to their own end zone.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Throws to the tight end. And they're not on the same page there. Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. Off the play fake. On the run, fires downfield. And the ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because
hit the afterburners, kid. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs. And the extra point is good. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board, just like that. Fielded in the end zone. It's King. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got a kick in the door. Quarterback sneak, wedging himself into the line. Wedges. And he's over and in for the touchdown. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Looking to convert the 2, and he will not. The defense gets to him with the sack. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Smith. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Finds his target down the middle. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. And the Mustangs with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, SMU! Getting set for the point after. And the extra point gives them the lead at 14-13. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's King. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They'll throw it on first down. Coming after it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
He's looking to throw. Fires it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots, you soften up the coverage, you get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
Quick strike complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing the set.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him.
Looking deep. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
He'll try to do it himself. Quarterback headed to the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Run it with the fullback. Touchdown, Mustangs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
First and goal. You know what's coming. They know what's coming. Can you stop it? And you can't. Pound the football straight ahead. Get in for 6. Nice job by the big fella.
He'll bring it out. It's Kane. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Here on third down for this offense. Trying to pick up a first down. Gives it to the back on the draw. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And the Golden Bears want to crank the tempo. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gonna take a shot. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint.
And the ball's loose. And the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back.
And you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back, make something happen. But a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you can tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up at 6. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Fires to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full of it.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. He uncorks one deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
The give is to Smith. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Look, that interception is not the quarterback's fault. It's those dumb coaches for putting him in the game.
Putting him in that position in the first place, right? I'll tell you what, let's give the defenders some credit here. I think Reese, he just wanted the ball more. He did a great job in coverage, watching the QB, anticipating the receiver on his break. He went up, he plucked it.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built the lead.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception in the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
Reels it in as he goes out of bounds on the right side for a huge play. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5.
All right, defense, I don't know what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it, okay? Wide open.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Cal, 13.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Pressure coming. Finds his tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Reads it, fires complete.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot. You could be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. The Golden Bears are rolling down the field. The aerial assault continues. Gonna take a shot. He caught it. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Quarterback sneaks ahead. Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. guys. It's been an entertaining first half and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So good first half, but a great way, Jesse, to end this first half.
Yeah, you'd love to take that momentum into the second half. And listen, this offense practices 2-minute every single week for this exact situation. They'd love to be able to go generate a few more points before taking it into the locker room.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Jennings. Finds a soft spot in the middle.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too. We got to hold on to that.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. Throws for the tight end. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Golden Bears. The AT unit on the field. Smashes it through for the PAT. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown.
27.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Makes the grab on the right. Off he goes. Touchdown, Mustangs. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now at the end of the first half.
Lost one deep down the right side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, and you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. And the Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Fires to the middle. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
I think the quarterback's got to do a better job with his eyes, guys. He's already been picked off twice in this game, and that one got swatted away. He's telegraphing where he's throwing the football, and it's making life really hard on him.
Tosses it incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. The back goes in motion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Gets it out quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. Just about set for the second half kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. After misfiring, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. That's reeled in. It's Ncaa. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to throw it again. Dumps it to the back. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. His drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Finds his big tight end. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were.
And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw it big? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with a sack.
You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. Oh, it's a reverse. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
For an offense, to make the wide receiver reverse work, you've got to have a lot of guys doing a good sell job. Running backs have to behave as if they're actually going to keep the football, and everybody else on offense has to be yelling out, run! To try to make the defense over-pursue, but no Oscars being handed out on that.
I I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Still on his feet at the 45. Quarterback gets the first down and more. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. The Mustangs have their offense in high gear. Smith takes the handoff. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Mark it off as a 6-yard gain down to the 6-yard line. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Makes the grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Quarterback will keep it. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, SMU! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Coming out with it, it's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Fires to the right. He makes the catch. At the 40, there he goes. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cal!
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture.
And picked off. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Golden Bears! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. Up by 1, they're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. They'll run play action. Got it behind the line. It's up. He gets it into the end zone for the 2, and now they lead by a field goal. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. SMU offense is headed back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Trying to burn this defensive back. Snags it down the right side. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
He wants to throw here on second down. Got a man, it's Dixon. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the third. And the Mustangs are on the move. From the red zone, looking for a man. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I tell you, as a quarterback, it's going to be hard throwing the ball over the middle of the field against this defense because these D linemen are huge and they've got long arms. That was like trying to throw over a 10-foot...
Touchdown Mustangs! They've got the lead here in the fourth. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the big fella. Still running at the 40. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. They'll throw it on first down. And the quarterback is snowed under.
I'll tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Looking to pass. It's Mendoza. They're trying to get to him. Makes the grab. He's off to the races. The 10. Touchdown, Cal. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the tailback. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
Scrambling away. Got him downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Extending the play. It's complete. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Man, this quarterback has been dialed in all game long. He's making outstanding decisions, and he's been so accurate throwing the football. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
They'll go to the ground. Pulled down after picking up 5 to the 6-yard line.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Trying to get to him. Escapes trouble. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that's just pure speed off the line of scrimmage. That offensive tackle had no shot. Barely even got a hand on that D-end as he came around the outside.
And here we go. Down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires into the end zone. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Well, jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Obviously backed up against it. Time running out. Got to get the football back. 2 good plays. Now 3rd down. I stay aggressive. Have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football, so be it. But stay aggressive. Get that football back for your offense.
The Golden Bears will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. On the return, it's Daniels. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But
the expressway is wide open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He wants to throw. It's complete. And he's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line. They'll stop him at the 1. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Sticks it in his belly. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll go to the fullback. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
Yeah, and on 3rd and goal, they're saying, hey, we're still going to try to power this football and run it. Obviously haven't had success. Now getting to 4th and goal. Now it's a situation, do I kick the field goal? Do I feel comfortable running the football?
Touchdown, SMU! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah.
He's going for it all. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He's taking the deep shot. He holds it in, and nobody's close. He's loose. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Gets it out fast. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Makes the grab. It's up. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. And the Golden Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll give it to the back. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. The defense scoops it up, and they're bringing it back. Timeout on the field, and 4 ticks left to go.